Since early April in Northeast Democratic Republic of Congo, a Texas-based philanthropic organization, Bridgeway Foundation, has been urging rebels to surrender by dropping hundreds of thousands of flyers from a helicopter above their strongholds in the dense rainforests. Here's how and why they do it.
A team of men approach a helicopter parked at a military stadium in Uganda's Kasese. They're embarking on a journey to the dense forest in neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo, not for an expedition, but for something unique. Once the chopper is up in the air and passes through the Rwenzori mountain range in Beni, it hovers over the vast rainforest. Caleb Weiss sits on the edge of an open-doored helicopter. Tensions rise among the crew as the aircraft flies low over the impenetrable canopy within gunshot range of a fierce rebel group that has been conducting fatal attacks on villages in the area for a decade. For almost an hour, the tattooed American in a bulletproof vest scatters leaflets from the chopper, urging the ADF rebel group to surrender. Weiss works for the US-based Bridgeway Foundation that describes itself as the charitable arm of a Texan investment firm and says it focuses on preventing, ending and helping communities recover from violence. It first launched air operations in early April. The Allied Democratic Forces (ADF) that pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group in 2019 is blamed for attacks across the provinces of North Kivu and Ituri near the DRC's border with Uganda. The United Nations says they have killed thousands of civilians, many in the most brutal fashion.
They tied us up and put loads on us. Sometimes they could also tie up to 7 hostages together, and we were forced to walk at the same pace carrying loads. And it was after a week that they united us, saying that we could no longer run away, but we continued to walk in the bush with them.
I was very affected when they killed hostages. We could sit quietly and they come to choose those who will be executed.
The helicopter flies over the Beni, Irumu and Lambasa areas where ADF fighters have set up camps. Many of the small, colorful leaflets Weiss scatters over the tree tops show smiling photos said to be of former ADF members who have been de-radicalized and reintegrated into society. On the back is a map of the region showing meeting points for fighters wanting to leave and return home and the promise of government assistance. Each type of leaflet is different from the other.
We try to identify wherever ADF concentrations are, where there are ADF camps or ADF passages. And we use the planes to throw flyers that ask everyone to leave the bush.
The rebels, who number hundreds, operate in the DRC and to a lesser extent in Uganda, where most of the group's leaders originate. IS considers the ADF its Central African wing and has claimed responsibility for almost 100 attacks since the start of 2024 alone. That number is still below the figure given by the Congolese security forces and civilian groups. In April alone, they say over 100 people have been killed and dozens kidnapped. The Bridgeway Foundation is working alongside the Congolese and Ugandan military intelligence to track down Baluku and other ADF leaders. But tensions between the two African armies have complicated operations. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.